We are recording. Does it show? Okay, we're recording. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. It is our Dreaming of Diamond call, getting ready for July. I'm so excited. I'm going to give you a roadmap of what we're doing. At the very end, I want us to ask any questions necessary. At one point, I'm going to be reading off a script. I'm not super a fan of that, but I loved the entire dialogue. Again, take notes or raise your hand when I kind of move to the next level or the next area. And then what we can do is just ask questions at the end. So thank you all for joining. This is recorded. Again, please share this with people who could not make the call that are part of your team. So this is a call for starting July strong. You guys know that we have a huge goal in July. You might have personal goals. We also have a team goal that I'm super excited about. And so what I want to say is you might be finishing up a really strong June. So I don't want to take anything away from that, right? We stay laser focused on where we are. Maybe you have a milestone goal. Maybe you have something that you're working on with a rank. Maybe you've got a PB goal, customer goal, whatever that is, consistency club. I am not pulling you from there. What I'm doing is I'm letting you kind of marinate in what you're doing right now. And then I want to keep you focused moving into the next month. Okay, guys? All right, so I'm going to give you a roadmap. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about tips from Jake. Jake is my Jewel coach. I am blessed to have one of those before I'm a Jewel, and he has made me stronger already. Then we're going to talk about kind of just moving into July very strong. Your role as a leader, milestone goals and what those are, and then as we make ourselves an Emerald team, what are best practices for us? So I encourage you to take notes. I encourage you to make this part of your day-to-day. I'm going to make this as quick as possible, but I hope that I don't lose anybody. So if you feel like you're lost, I just want you to go like this. And then we'll talk about it, okay, guys? All right, so we're gonna move quickly into the tips from Jake. So Jake Hoffman is amazing. If you want to friend him on Facebook, he is just very pro Plexus. He's been with the company for a very long time. You guys, he started shipping orders, and now he's a Jewel coach. So I can't even wait to see where he kind of grows his career with us. But I loved what he shared with me. It was super dynamic. I wanted to come to everybody kind of at the close of the month because I wanted everyone to be focused on what they were doing. I know we're still doing that. Again, I want to mention we're not forgetting what we're doing already in June. So whatever your goal was, whatever you wrote down, whatever you and I discussed, that is still happening, pertinent. You can count on me to follow up with you tonight or tomorrow about it. So I'm not forgetting it. But we're just kind of getting ready to move into July in a really strong way. So guys, you guys, he really was clear about what grows our business. And that is testimonies and promotions and rank ups, guys, okay? So on your teams, whether this is you or whether we're talking to people on a bunch of different levels of their journey with this business. Maybe you just started the products and you're tuning in because you're intrigued. What I want to tell you is what you can do to grow your business is share testimonies and promote rank ups, either for yourself or for people on your team. Guys, what that means is that everybody on your team goes silver. Bottom line, and we blow it out and we edify them on their Facebook wall. We talk about how powerful what they're doing is. We get excited for them, right? Same thing goes for you. You continue to go silver. You push yourself to rank up. You make a roadmap with your leader about what that looks like. And testimonies, right? What got me into Plexus was somebody sharing about Hashimoto's, right? I didn't think I had even a prayer of feeling better, and somebody shared that. Well, Jana shared that, and here I am today, right? Almost 900 members strong of this team. So that's what happens when we share a testimony, right? People see it's possible. So I encourage you to do that with your teams. I encourage you to research those. I encourage you to share those. Here's another amazing thing that he said. He said, right now we're in a very unique place with sharing testimonies on Facebook. Because what has happened with all of our clinical trials is that we are able to say things like hormones, anxiety, depression. There is a gray area, guys, and I encourage you to use it. And he encouraged us to use it. What he, you know, and I hate to even share this on a team call, but I feel like the people who are here are invested into their businesses. So what you're going to hear my strategy here, and what that is that we need to share testimonies any way that we can. There's sweet Eva. She's so sweet. We need to share testimonies any way that we can. And guys, if that means that you share a testimony and you maybe kind of pull it back down a couple hours later, that's okay. If you share one privately, it's okay. If we talk about the things that we are clinically proven to do right now, that's what we need to do, guys, right? What moves our businesses forward are testimonies and rank ups. All right, so something that is really critical that he said was a big deal for being a leader in the company is role playing with your ambassadors. So are you working with them on how to handle objections? Are you talking them through it, physically talking them through it? That's something that we need to do, right? It's very similar to going into the batting cages with them. And it's giving them an armor as they move forward. I actually had a level 1 that I'm encouraging to start to share. I don't think she's on the call, so I can talk about it. I'm not going to say her name, so it won't matter anyway. But she was worried about what people would say to her when she posted. And she and I have actually a part of a family network. And so I get where she's coming from. And I said, you know, what are you worried about? And she said, you know, I'm just worried people will judge me. And I said, well, honey, they're going to judge you on your pants or your plexus business. It's up to you. They're just going to judge you, period. And that's something that we need to know, guys, is that when we're coaching people into this business, we remind them that they are courageous for doing this. We remind them there's a reason they're doing it. And we invite them to continue to revisit the reason that they're trying to gain income with this. Whether they want to, you know, be at the top of the company or afford dance, right? I mean, that's really what we've got here. So it's role playing with them and kind of getting on the phone with them if you feel like they have hesitations, getting into the batting cages, so to speak, with them. So that's important. Another thing he talked about was posting intelligently. So using those hashtags. We have a couple great examples of people on this very team that use hashtags extremely well. We can talk about that another time, or if you guys want to talk about that in the end with the questioning. But posting intelligently, using those hashtags. Also something that he mentioned specifically that he did was a contest where he kind of had people talking about something not related, but maybe having Plexus products in the background and also hashtagging it. Right? Maybe the post wasn't originally about Plexus, but that person was able to hashtag about Plexus because the products were in the background. Okay. Another thing that is great is looking at the time that you post. Right? Who are you speaking to? I talk about this all the time. Who are you branding yourself to? When I brand myself, I talk to people that are professional, tired people. Those are my people. That's where I came from, right? So I'm looking at people, I'm posting from 7 to 8 in the morning because they're on their commute. They're tired. They're pissed that they're going to work, pardon my language. Maybe they're on their lunch hour from 11:30 to 12:30. Maybe they're going to meet a client, 5:30. They are tired. Those are the people that I look at. Maybe you are a mom who is picking your kids up from carpool. Okay, you don't post right before you go to carpool. Do you know why? Everybody that you're targeting is doing that exact same thing, right? You queue it up. You wait till you get back home with them, or maybe you're posting during a nap time schedule or whatever that is. Be intelligent about who you're kind of targeting. He said that, you know, Facebook is really our warm market, guys. And you probably know that. You might know that you kind of create your different lists and you're creating this warm market, but Instagram is really our cold market. And if you're on Instagram and you need training there, let's reach out later and let's figure out how to optimize that. I'm new to it. I'm getting better. Have a set of hashtags that are really targeting the people that you're speaking to. For example, there is a diamond, Bridget Ryan. She is a mom of several children. She's got 7 children. So she really markets to those people. That's who she attracts. So her hashtags are going to surround around that. So that's something to think about. Okay. Another thing is that when we're pushing for promotions, a thing that he really, you know, targeted around was focusing on offering a product that people haven't tried yet. Not necessarily, just reviving those white lines for 5 minutes, right? He talked about really looking at people who haven't tried a certain product and really pushing a promotion that way. So another thing that is fantastic that he has talked about people doing from diamond level all the way to people pushing for emerald is that he will go to folks, he will, or those people will go to people who are, you know, maybe they're wholesalers, maybe they have one ambassador, maybe they don't want to build their business for whatever reason, but it's asking them, those ambassadors, asking them for 5 referrals. And then if those 5 referrals close, or when 5 referrals close, they pay, you know, that person would reimburse their $34.95. So they have kind of, you know, a really, you know, a comparative advantage, I guess, of what you can say to offer these referrals. Maybe they don't want to do the business necessarily. But what we can offer them is, look, I'm gonna let you get healthy for the best price for another year if you help me, right? And you can put those people under that person depending on their kind of, you know, response, or you keep them for yourself. But asking for referrals is super intelligent. Another thing I want to tell you guys that's super exciting: new welcome packs are coming. Okay, so get excited. I don't know what they're going to be. Something tells me it's going to be like Slim, Vital Biome, and X Factor Plus. Because I just feel like, because Cindy Latham, you know, kind of mentioned that, I think that could be something. But new stuff is coming. Get excited. We've got some good ones. I mean, you know, our most popular is the triplex, and that's happening, and that's there. So get excited. That's what he had to offer me, you guys. And I want to, you know, just say that, you know, he's amazing. I'm going to continue to learn from him. And I'm just really feeling blessed that we get his knowledge, because he's obviously watched this company grow from, you know, very, very small to now. All right. So as we move into a strong July, what I want to tell you is it's going to take everybody's focus. Okay. I know your goal, everybody's goal is to grow your teams, grow this team, become a jewel team. And what that's going to be is everybody just being focused from the beginning. That's why I'm doing this call now. Something that I wanted to also focus on is everybody's role as a leader. So I think that sometimes people get very confused, not even confused, just not feeling like they have the right focus on how to be a leader. So I'm going to give you some tips. I actually have a script. This is where I said I'm going to read from a script, which I typically hate. You guys know I like to ramble. It's my favorite. But right now I'm going to go from a script, and you're super, Melissa, I don't even, I see her face. She's drunk, so no. Okay, so I'm just going to go from a script, and we're going to kind of talk about it again. Taking notes is good. And I just want to give you some guidelines, right? The starting way to become a leader in Plexus as far as your reporting is super crucial. So one of the most important things you can do is to, when you're signing up people, when you're helping your downline ad, is to start people correctly with their convenience order on, okay? You guys know you're not winning a contest from me if you don't have your convenience order on. Okay, that can be super annoying probably, but I don't care, because I love you and your business more than maybe you realize. Like, I want you to understand the importance of that and the critical nature of that. So how we do that is we go to our back. This is how you kind of find out what is going on with the landscape of your back office. Okay, so you go to your back office, you go to reports. So you can sort a couple different ways. So you can sort from upgrade date or enrollment date. Here's why I like upgrade date, because that will include people who obviously were preferred customers. If you're newer and you know that, hey, you know, you kind of understand that nobody has upgraded, then you can obviously sort with enrollment date. But either one is going to get you closer to the finish line than you were to begin. So you're going to filter it from newest to oldest, so that those new people come to the top. When I did the post about how many people joined, this is exactly how I did it. I went to upgrade date, I clicked it twice so that the newest people were at the top, and that's how we did it. Okay, so then you're gonna look at the convenience order column. Okay, so it's either gonna say none, deleted, unconditional, or conditional. All right. So what you want to see is unconditional or conditional. Okay. So what that means is that they have set up an order. It's either conditional, meaning they are going to be building their business. They want that there just as a safety net so that they can get paid, or unconditional, like I want to get this every single month. I've never had one that's conditional, by the way. It's always been unconditional because I freak out if I don't have what I need. But you also want to make sure that that number is over 100. Okay, so this is very important. Conditional or unconditional, over 100. Okay, if it's not, then it needs attention. All right, so if you see deleted, that means they joined and the selected one, but then deleted it. And that's not what we want either, right? We don't want somebody that maybe they were confused. Maybe they didn't have enough information. At this point, when they're signing up, we have to fall on the sword, and we have to realize that we are the root of their information. So we have to be the ones to kind of reach out and connect with them and make sure that they're setting that up the way that they need to. And they need to troubleshoot necessarily, getting it set up. You know, when I send instructions, it's a non-negotiable. There is no not setting up a convenience order. It's just not, because you know what? It can be, I always say in my instructions, this can be deleted, changed, added to, subtracted from at any time. There's no reason not to do this. It makes their life easier. It's all in our language that we use. Okay, so if you see none, that means they have totally joined incorrectly. That means that we're not doing our job from the very, very beginning when we're sending them instructions and walking them through. Okay, that means that they are 90% likely to never order again. And that is a really, really hard statistic, right? Do you guys know that the hard part is getting them to order the first time? Raise your hand if you know it's the hard part to get them order the first time. Thank you. So we need to do our due diligence to make sure that they are set up for success. You guys know this, right? I think that some of us get kind of scared on how to use that language and talk to them about these convenience orders, but we don't need to. We don't need to, because it's not scary. It's not something we're tricking them on. They can delete it anytime they want, but it really is going to set them up for success. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee. Companies who have those do not have products that don't work. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Okay.
Yep.
Then you need to move forward that way, right? Confidently. Okay. So every single person who joins needs to join with a convenience order over $100. Bottom line. If they join without one, or if they join with a convenience order less than 100, they have joined incorrectly. Are we qualifying ambassadors when they start? Do you know what that looks like? Here's what that looks like. Oh, I want to, do the triplex and I want the best price. Great. Just so you know, this is a program for people who are spending or sharing over $100 a month. If you don't think that that's you, I'm going to let you be a customer, right? I don't want the pressure for you. Okay. Most people are going to be starting with $100 or more, meaning you guys start them on a system of products and then add an addendum product to it, right? I love the Fab Four. It is amazing for everybody. That's my go-to. And that's what I'm really leaning on now, especially since the reformulation and what are the vitamins and minerals that go in, that are in that product. Okay. So, joining with a convenience order over $100 ensures them the best success, guys. I don't know if you know this, but if you sign an ambassador that's under $100, do you know how much money you make from them? How many dollars? They need to be a customer. They need to be. Unless they're sharing or building a business and they go to you and they say, you know what? I understand what it takes to be an ambassador. I am committed to this. That is a very small extenuating circumstance. For the most part, we do not allow people to become ambassadors that are not qualified, because guys, it is a lot of work for us, because we know what it means to have people on our team. We know what it means to start people strong, right? And you want that. And then to know that you're making nothing, I know that we're here to help people, guys, but we are not here for free. If you're here for free, will you raise your hand? Nobody's hand is up. Okay, so that's what we do. I'm not trying to, it is not just a money situation, guys. This is to make you stronger. I don't want you to burn out by supporting people who aren't making you any money. And I know that that sounds really crap, but this is this is work, right? This is easy because all you have to do is share and be excited and to follow up and all those things. But at the end of the day, it's still work, right? Because they wouldn't pay us so well if it didn't take effort, right? Okay. So think about it like from your perspective. So I'm going to read some of these dialogues out, okay? How many ambassadors joined in your levels 1 through 7 in May? Out of those ambassadors, how many have a 100 PV convenience order? Okay. Did your points grow from that last month to this month? Think about that. Okay. What about in June? Same deal. Okay. If we're not taking those steps to set those convenience orders, you guys, I'm the first person to tell you that attrition is a bear. And it has happened to me in a very, very, very crazy, intense, magnified way. So listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this because I love you. I want you to work smarter, not harder. I want you to have less struggles in business than I have, okay? All right, so if you, for example, if you have 10 people join your team with a welcome pack and no convenience order, you are not growing your business, okay? You put in all that work to get them to join and help them and help your team members, build their teams and all those things. And then you're going to, at the next month, be scrambling, right? You're going to be scrambling. Maybe you thought, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to grow my income this much, and I need to pay for groceries, and I need to get my kids in dance and all these things. And we didn't do what we needed to do from the beginning, so it didn't work, right? The plan didn't work because we didn't follow through. And I'm being a little hard on you right now, and I don't mean to. I'm just being direct. And what I'm trying to say is do all the steps, okay? Do the full job, as my dad would say. So I'm only, telling you this, obviously, because I want to help you guys. You are a leader if you have one ambassador. You're a leader if you have a customer. You are a leader if you want those things. So what I'm telling you is, I've seen some customers or some teams that literally have huge growth and they're not taking those extra steps, and the leader is the same points. Guys, we don't want that. And I have been that very leader. I'm telling you so that you learn from me. I'm telling you so that you care and you take those due diligence steps, okay? So what is some advice to correct this, right? Sadie has talked about the problem. Sadie has talked about all the issues. What is Sadie going to offer us to make it better? Okay, you've got to get crazy obsessive with people setting their convenience order. Got to stay on top of it. You have to check your detailed genealogy report daily. Okay, this is something that I did, and I went from silver to senior ruby in 7 months. And I did that every single day because I was on top of it. And I can tell you that some things happened and back off, all these issues that are excuses. I'm not going to tell you what happened in my head because I don't need you to have that noise. What I'm telling you is check it every single day, right? Require 100 PV convenience orders for contest and recognition. We do that. You guys know. I've had so many people message me and be like, oh, but they meant to, or oh, but what does this count? No, it doesn't. It doesn't count because I love you. It doesn't count because I want you to push yourself to require this for yourself and your teams, guys, okay? So don't say you can't help it or can't control it because you can. Guess who said that? Okay? Learn from me. I was wrong. I have seen, the person who wrote this said that she has seen teams go from 50% on convenience order to 85% in 2 months. Guess who can change it? You. Guess who can stop it from the start? You. Okay? I'm in the middle of changing it for myself. So sorry if you're my level 1, but you're going to be hearing from me, okay? Maybe my levels 1 through 3, Apologize. That's what's up. We want to be smarter. We want to build intelligently. Okay, so that was my little spiel on that. So, you know, guys, the next thing I want to move into, and we're almost done. Can you believe it? And we're going to have questions. I love the idea of milestone goals. So do you guys know what a milestone goal is? This is a goal that doesn't necessarily revolve around, I've talked to a lot of you about this, but I'm talking to everybody about it because I want you to employ this for yourself and your teams. If you are a leader, by the way, if you have one person, you're a leader, I want you to find a way to incorporate this into the conversations with your team, okay? So what is a milestone goal? Milestone goals don't revolve around promotions. Okay? The reality is we have climbs on the way to our promotion sometimes. Silver, not necessarily, but gold, 100%. Senior gold, all the way up. We have milestone goals. What does that mean? That means I ended at 100 points in June. What's my milestone goal going to be? You're going to work with your upline, your sponsor, maybe your closest upline or sponsor. Maybe that's me. Probably not. We have a ton of leaders on this call right now. But you're going to work with them and you're going to say, you guys are going to come up with an aggressive enough goal to push you, but not enough to shut you down. Does anybody on the call get shut down when they think they've got a big climb to make and they feel like it's never going to happen? That's not what we want, guys. We don't need to do that. Maybe we end June at 100 points and we say, guess what, guys? Guess what, leader? Guess what, sponsor? Guess what, best friend? You commit to them. You say, I'm going to end at 135 in July. Hell or high water, right? You got a team. You're helping people go silver. You're helping people get qualified. You've got new ads from that same month, right? We're staying on top of convenience orders. We're growing. We're making sure that we hit that milestone goal. And I'm briefly covering it. Okay. So I don't want to go deep down, do a deep dive on this, but what I want you to understand is the idea behind having a goal and literally laying in front of a train before you miss the goal. I want you guys to feel strongly about your goals. I don't care what they are. I don't care if it's getting a new customer. I don't care if it's getting 3 customers, doing a PV goal, doing a team building goal, a rank up goal, whatever it is. I want you to have a goal. I want you to be the hardest person on yourself about the goal, but I want you to have an accountability partner. Typically, that's going to be your sponsor or your coach. Maybe it's your sideline. Maybe it's a best friend. Whoever that is for you, have that goal and stick to it. I'm somebody that's very stubborn when it comes to goals, okay? For example, I've been complimented, like obviously we know my journey with Senior Ruby has been very long, but I've never lost rank because I am stubborn. Okay, that was something for me. That doesn't have to be anything for you. Whatever the case is, whatever your goal is, I want you to know what it is. I want you to think of a goal, your safe goal, and I want you to kick it up a little notch because we like you to feel itchy. We don't like you to feel safe because if we're safe, we're not growing. Right? You need to feel a little bit uncomfortable, guys. Okay. So that's what I want to talk to you about milestone goals. I hope that you've taken notes and you're going to go to sponsor, upline, best friend, sideline, whoever your accountability partner is. And we're going to get you to that. They're going to, work with you on that milestone goal. If you need any strategy, maybe you've got upline above that accountability partner or sponsor and you work with them. Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm your person. Okay, I'm committing to that. I want to do that, whatever that looks like. All right. So the last thing that we're going to talk about, I know I moved fast, but you guys, we're going to be an Emerald team on July 31st. Okay, we're going to do this. There is no not doing it. We have to. Okay, we're ready. This team is ready. This team is focused. So I mentioned it before that we have to all be laser focused. We have to all look at convenience orders every day. We have to all keep our eye on the prize with who we can bring back from white lines, who we can, re-engage, right? This is a team effort. And I tell you, when we do this, you're all going to be able to say that you are a part of it. Okay. There is no I in team, right? I would never, ever in any stretch of the imagination pretend like I did this by myself. And I hope that you know that, right? We are all one. We are a unit. I know that you guys are ready. You've told me, many of you told me, in private message, many of you, we've talked about it on our team page. I know that we're ready, and that's where we're going, and I'm taking us there. So be confident. Take what we talked about today and take those tools to really strengthen your team, work with your team, work with them to introduce them to new products. We can do that, but also make goals for yourself that stretch you, right? It is okay to feel uncomfortable. If you are comfortable, you're not growing. I was comfortable for a very long time. You don't grow there, right? You feel warm and fuzzy. You're wearing like a gushy sweater. It's wonderful, but you're not growing. And I think you're on this call because you want to grow, whatever that looks like. Okay. So after this call, my homework for you, obviously we're going to answer any questions, but I want you to come up. We've got a couple days before the end of the month. If you're still working on June goals, work those, work them hard. Okay. I'm going to be following up with all of you guys about it. My level ones, my adopted level ones. If you are lower in my organization, obviously you've got somebody that's going to be holding you accountable. So that's fantastic. But also, really think about what you want to do in July for you, right? Because anything you do is what is going to strengthen us all. And that's what I love, guys. So I'm going to unmute. I hope that you got some nuggets and some excitement. At least we know we're going to get new welcome packs, so that's kind of a bonus if you didn't get anything else from it. So I'm going to unmute. If anybody's got questions, I want us to go ahead and hang on. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Who has questions? Does anyone have questions? Anyone?
Do you know when the new welcome packs are coming out?
Who asked that?
Hold on. I did.
Oh, Kim? Okay, I do not. He would not tell me. I know he's probably got a huge liability with even sharing that it's going to happen, but I mentioned something about.
I want to know what approach to use to turn the white lines.
I don't know when it's going to be, but it will be. I believe it will probably be summer. I don't know that they're going to do it before the Leaders Retreat contest. Huh? Just from a strategy perspective, if I had to guess.
What's up?
And that
I want to manage how much you eat. What about him?
Anyone else?
Oh, I'm not doing this.
What now?
Okay. I figured out.
I can't hear you.
Anyone else?
I have a question.
Donna, go.
What is your advice for turning on, you just said the convenience order. Mm-hmm. What line do I give the people to, what advice do you give to get the convenience order back on? I mean, I know they need to do it, but sorry, my face was really close there.
No, typically what I always do is I always ask them, how they're feeling. How are you doing? Understanding how they're feeling. Because what we have to do is provide value. Okay, first and foremost. If they didn't set it up, then we're kind of, backpedaling a little bit. And I wouldn't say backpedaling, but I would say, we're uphill battle on it, right? So I always visit with people how they're feeling, right? Oh, I'm feeling great. Things are wonderful. Awesome. Okay, great. Well, I know you don't want to, in that case, I know you don't want to run out. Either send me your username and password. I'm going to set this up for you. Or I'm going to give you instructions on how to do it. Just let me know when you're done so I can just double check it on my end and make sure that you're good to go so you don't miss anything. Let's say that somebody is not doing well, right? They're like, I'm okay. I'm not really sure. That gives us an opportunity to, really talk about the regimen, right? Okay, you're not feeling good. Okay, let's talk about it. Maybe they're still within their first 60 days. We push the money back guarantee and we say, you know what? I know that, what you're kind of describing is detox. I'm going to send you some articles. Stick with me. can I count on you to stick with me because I know that this is how you're feeling? I think that this could help, maybe offer another product or tweak around with them. What I have found is that when people aren't feeling their best or it's not working for them, providing them value by saying, you know what, let's change it out. Let's just try it. I know that you feel good. You don't feel, maybe you haven't, hit your goal. We've got 18 products now, I think, 17. I don't know. I'll do a count. This is awkward that I don't know. I'm whatever, but I was 16 before convention. But anyways, so just, we've got products for you. Like, just stick with me. I think a lot of times too, guys, what you need to realize is that people join you. They join you for a reason. People who join me don't join Donna, right? They don't join, well, sometimes Melissa and I are different. We've got like 400 mutual friends, so that's a little bit different story. But, people who, join Sarah, they don't, they might want to work with Sadie. They may want Sadie's third-party validation, right? But they join you for a reason, and we've got to lean back on that relationship sometimes. And not manipulative, right? But just saying, look, I get it. I wanted that for you too. When people start, we want the best for them. We're doing this because we care about people. You're not going to go very far in Plexus if you don't care about people, because we're talking to people about their poop. We're talking to people about their energy. They come to us with things that are really vulnerable for them. So yeah, we make great money, but we're not going to get very far if we don't take it back to the relationship. So that's kind of what I would do. Don, does that help? Okay, perfect. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Other questions?
I have something to add, if that helps.
Add it. Go.
I think there's something to be said too about at the beginning of next month, what we need to do is go to your detailed genealogy and go to PV. If you just click on PV, it will sort it from 0 to 200 or whatever it happens to be, and look at all of those. I don't want to say
sleeping,
because they're technically not. If they're
were you sleeping?
$5 or at $50 or not at 100, I would highly suggest going to them and saying, hey, Susie Q, I see that you love the ProBio 5. That's awesome. I'm so glad you love it. Great. Let's bring do you mind sending me a referral for 4 of your friends who would love the ProBio 5 as well? Put them all as customers underneath Susie Q, so that way Susie Q is now qualified for winning points for Susie Q. Okay? That is something that we need to do at the beginning of the month, you guys, like first and foremost, so that they can start thinking of friends so they get qualified by the end of the month. Okay? That's something I'm going to do. I just sat there and looked through all my report. I've got 25s. I've got 97s. I've got 46s. All of those people love 1 or 2 products. Let's have their friend love those 1 or 2 products as well. Cool? Do you snap it?
I'm snapping.
That's an alpha snap, girl.
I'm alpha snapping you. No, absolutely.
That's a good one. That's all I got.
No, I love that. Guys, do you think you can do that? I think that's a great idea. Melissa has really incorporated that on her team, and it's been successful. So thank you, Melissa, for sharing that with everybody. But it's a great thing to do. And I know that I need to do it again, right? I mean, I've got people that are under 100 as well. So yay. Anyone else? Thoughts? Additions? Complaints? No? Motivational quotes to share? Who's still working for something this month? Yeah? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get off the call. I didn't yell at you, but we shouted in excitement for about 45 minutes. So I'm going to stop recording right now.